Welsh international, of course, as is his partner Eric Young. And Wilkinson, the flick through. Tommy Wright couldn't get onto it, but there's a Pollock header which brings Richard Lyburd into the Palace penalty area. Lyburd, and it's gone in! And Richard Lyburd claims his first ever goal. What a marvellous moment for the youngster. It's obviously taken a huge deflection there to beat Nigel Martin, but Richard Lyburd celebrates his first ever league goal.
Tremendous run from the left-back position there. He bursts into the box there, looks up, and I think it's Damien Matthew we'll see it hits. Damien Matthew tries to get the block on the shot there, and takes a deflection. Here we see it from behind the goal. Richard Lyburd has been willing to come down this left-hand side right from the start of this game, gets it out of his feet, looks up, and it's not actually, it's Eric Young. Eric Young actually takes the deflection off.
And you can guarantee that up will go Young and Coleman. They are so dangerous at these set pieces, these two centre-backs.
Crystal Palace spend a lot of time on set pieces and they're very, very dangerous.
It is from Roger, and there's the flick from Southgate, and Gareth Southgate. We were talking about Young, we were talking about Coleman, but Gareth Southgate gets his quota of goals, and this is the equaliser.
Well, Lenny Lawrence will be very, very disappointed with that, because when the ball was played in, it was just totally unmarked there. Gareth Southgate nipped into the near post, nobody with him. Here we see it now. Simon Roger knocks it in with his left foot there, and we'll just see Gareth Southgate there, a big space in there, just gets a glancing header and past Steve Pears into the corner, but that's a disappointing goal.
It is from a Middlesbrough point of view, not
yes.
for Palace. And Gareth Southgate's one of the most prolific midfield players in the division, and that's his 12th of the season. Here's Wilkinson at the other end. Curious header from Southgate, and now it's Tommy Wright against Humphrey. They've two men in the middle, and Lybur's desperate to get up there again. They've still plenty of men in as Pollock tries to swing it across. Optimistic appeals for handball, and Armstrong will try and hold off White, and this time he does get the better of him. And Chris Armstrong makes tracks towards goal. He might have just overdone it. He's held up momentarily, still gets the shot in. Paired, 2-1 Palace. David White scores. Armstrong's persistence and a mistake by the Middlesbrough keeper.
Yes, there was 2 or 3 errors there, wasn't there? When Chris Armstrong broke away from Derek White in the first place, really Derek White should have done better there. Here's the ball being played out by Southgate. White really should have won that ball there. Didn't do, and then Chris Armstrong's away, and really it's going to take some catching. And to be fair to Steve Vickers, he does well to get across to him, and again he doesn't win his tackle, allows Chris Armstrong the shot, and then we see the miss, the fumble by Steve Pears, and David White onto the end of it. So really that was a catalogue of errors for Middlesbrough.
Strong header from Wilkinson. Hendry. And now Tommy Wright. The two former Leedsmen there combining. Wright and Hendry. Wright's got to get the ball in, and he's going to overrun it. He's going to get a free kick though. I think that was right. It was the linesman who drew the referee's attention there to that challenge. But it was pretty obvious.
Yes, I think it's quite right, wasn't it? You know, Wright looked to be getting around the outside of Humphrey there, and Humphrey obviously got his arm around him and balked him from getting to the byline, and right in front of the linesman. He was never going to get away with it.
Middlesbrough scored now. It would really set up the second half, wouldn't it? And Wilkinson comes for it, and Wilkinson does score. Thumping header from Paul Wilkinson, and what a game we've got in prospect now. The crowd are loving it, we're loving it. It's 2-2, and Paul Wilkinson certainly loved that.
Well, justice was done there, wasn't it? You know, it was a foul by John Humphrey over the far side that allowed the free kick. Here we see it coming in, and Paul Wilkinson scored so many goals like that. He actually got across John Humphrey as well, so it was John Humphrey who actually was marking him. We can see him here. The ball comes in, there he goes, right above John Humphrey and Coleman.
And here comes Simon Rogers' corner now for Palace. Armstrong's in there. Oh, what a terrific goal by Chris Armstrong. That's why he's worth millions. He's at least doubled, if not trebled, his value since he left Millwall for Crystal Palace. And Chris Armstrong gets goal number 24 of his season, and you won't see a better header than this one.
And Stephen Pears has got absolutely no chance. As Simon Roger drives this ball in, And Chris Armstrong uses his pace and his strength, loses his marker, gets above Wilkinson and gives the keeper no chance whatsoever. Tremendous goal.
4 in 6 games now for Armstrong. Oh, it's been a thoroughly enjoyable game. A flurry of goals in the first half. Palace getting a goal worthy of winning any match through Chris Armstrong in the second. And the Crystal Palace are the First Division champions for the 1993-94 season. Well done to Alan Smith and his team, his management team. It's a marvellous moment for him, a marvellous moment for those Palace fans who 12 months ago were bemoaning the fact that they'd lost their Premiership place. But Chris Armstrong's goal, there he is, the top scorer, his 24th of the season, has clinched Crystal Palace promotion here at Ayresome Park. And let's hear now from the surely jubilant Alan Smith with Jim Rosenthal.
Alan, always very calm. You must be tempted to go over and jump about in front of your supporters and celebrate here.
Well, I think it's for the players, Jim. They deserve it, and the supporters. You know, they've worked very hard this year, and I'm pleased for them, and I think they should take all the credit today.
You said before the start you were especially keen to go for as champions, and you've been as good as your word.
Well, it was very important. We played 45 games now. We've got 90 points, at 2 points a game. And as you can see, you know, the supporters are delighted. I'm sure the people watching the game at home. I'm pleased for them. I'm pleased for everybody that's been involved in it.
We had a few graphic illustrations of you suffering on the touchline. I got bad news for you. I don't think they're going to sack you.
No, I hear I could have another month in my YTS scheme, Jim, so that's all right. The YTS scheme don't run out till July. But I never really worry me having the sack. It's not something that really crosses my mind. I wanted us to come back to get in the Premier League. I thought the players were good enough. As I said, we worked very, very hard this year. I was a little bit disappointed about the way we played today. It was a bit too slapstick for my liking, you know, especially first half. But they've done it. You know, we don't have to play with any pressure next year. Hopefully the supporters can come next week and enjoy the game.
I'm sure we will. Well done, Alan. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Jim. Thanks for all you've done during the season for us. Thank you very much. Thank you.
stand by.
Well, Gareth, a perfect afternoon, I would think. You got the Ensley Man of the Match award. You get a goal and you skipper a team to the championship.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I didn't think we played very well in actual fact, Jim. First half we were far too open, and I thought it was going to be one of those days we were going to have to wait until next week. But very relieved and very pleased to have finished the season off in this way.
You must believe that you are the best team by a distance in this division.
Well, I think over the course of the season we've proved that. Forest have come with a good late run, you know, and I think the two sides that have got automatic promotion fully deserve it, really.
Do you feel when you go up that this team will be broken up, or do you think you've got the ability to do well in the Premiership?
Well, I think I would just say that we're far better equipped than we were last season. The majority of the side is the same, and we've got the experience of having battled our way through, and the young players that had potential have now achieved something. So, you know, we're very optimistic.
What a contrast between here and now and this time last year, eh?
Yeah, well, it's fantastic. You've seen the supporters out there today. That, you know, it's a long old journey for them, but they've come up in their numbers again. They've been absolutely superb this season, and I'm just pleased for the manager and the rest of the players. They've worked so hard all season, right from the first day back.
Just finally, it's as often happens in these situations, it's a quiet dressing room in there, but I think there'll be a bit of celebrating round the corner on the trip back to London and next Sunday against Watford.
Oh, I don't know, Jim. I think you take it in our stride. You best not come back on the coach, though.
OK, hey, well done.
Thanks very much. Thank you. Cheers.